Hello friends I made this for. My name is Lauren, and if you've never been here before, hi, hello. I like to do things related to art, spirituality, tarot, and astrology. So lately I've been doing a lot of videos of readings, which of course if you're into that stuff, click the subscribe button. I also have a store with merch like this. Hail Saturn. Saturn is daddy here, and we respect and love that. Today, I have for you a quick, also, returning subscribers, oh my god, hi. You are so gorgeous today. You are. You really are. You're really looking good. Thanks for taking care of yourself. And if you're not taking care of yourself, may this inspire you. Anyway, this is going to be a quickie dive into the Apparition, a Spirit Speak tarot deck. This is probably one of my favorite tarot decks, and I've been really busy doing life shit, but there's always time for a little quickie tarot deck review, right? Like always. There always is. This is a meaty deck. It is bigger than normal, or your average deck rather. So this is what I usually read for collective tarot pools on here, and this is the deck itself. So you can see it's a chunker. It's a chunker. These are not easy cards for me necessarily to shuffle, but they might be. Oh, you get the hang of it. I remember when I first got this deck, I loved it, but I just really struggled trying to shuffle it. I've gotten a lot better at it though, which shows that it's a good one. So yeah, this is the box that she comes in. Very cute. Of course, this deck is by Mary Elizabeth Evans. It says that on the back. Joshua Tree. Apparition is a 78 card tarot deck made in Joshua Tree, California, and it is beautiful. This is not the only deck that I have of hers. I have two more, and I think one of them I have a review video already. There's another tarot deck that I have of hers that's black and white that is also one of my favorites. I use that for readings in person when I'm vending and things like that. I really just love the energy of the deck, and it's good for an in-person reading because it's a pocket-sized deck, like it's pretty small, so I can like pull it out off to the side on my vending. Anyway, this is not, I'm not talking about that deck today. Anyway, we're here for the Apparition, a Spirit Speak tarot deck. So this is a pretty nice box. It comes with, that's the inside of the pieces. You have these finger placements that make it easier to open. Still fits snug as a bug in a rug. I love these. I love that the art is everywhere. It does come with a booklet, and you know how I feel about that. As long as it can fit in here, that's like my preferred method of having a booklet. Put it as a size that fits in with the thing. And this is what the inside looks like. It's pretty concise, which I like. It has a image of the card with a little blurb about it, and I think generally speaking, the interpretations that are in here are not bad. You know, sometimes I get a little like frustrated with some of the wording, and like tarot is so uniquely personal that there's no way for this to really resonate every single time, but I will have to say I like what she writes about her cards. Welcome to Apparition, it says. There it is. Yeah, and there's a little thank you in there, so always appreciated. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. This is the deck. I love the quality of these cards. They are a nice satin finish, so they feel really good in the hands. The gold foil on the sides, of course, We love a little foil moment, a little gold, holographic, silver, whatever. I like it. I like that. Yes, yes. So yeah, these are bigger cards, very unique illustrations by this artist, which I absolutely love. There's not anything that I have against the art, but I also recognize that it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. That's okay, as long as it's mine. So let's look at the cards. Let's look at them. So this deck is very interesting as far as art goes. This is going to be one that I feel like takes the classic depictions of the cards and kind of pushes them into a pretty esoteric place. Ace of Cups makes sense to me. Also, what's interesting about this, both illustrations, almost both illustrations look like they're from, you know, the inside of the box. So like this very interesting energy. Again, the type of art that I would classify this as is maybe borderline outsider art, which has a very charming feel to it, like almost somebody who doesn't have an art background, but I follow her on Instagram. Very, very talented artist. So this is an artist that embraces that rough sort of look. Like you can see painterly lines within the designs, and that's, I think, part of the charm for me personally. Page of Swords. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Just would you look at that? Look at his head. Look at his little head. So, Wheel of Fortune. I do really love the Wheel of Fortune. Really interesting. Pushes the art a little bit. Or pushes the meaning via the art. So if you are new to tarot, I think this is actually not going to be a bad one for you, because there's something to like really dig into in these cards. And I really love that Justice, and this is really great. Ace of Swords, look at that. A lot of this like journey into the mind. You'll notice there's certain iconography that repeats. Love this interpretation of Pentacles, right? Like the structure, community, upliftment, creating something as a community. Yeah, not every single one always hits, as far as like I can't always just pull this deck out and know exactly what this card is trying to tell me. But I think that's not a bad thing, because for me, it's helping me learn a little bit deeper, a little bit more in a unique way. So that's also why I don't really use it for a lot of like readings collectively, or, you know, single through here. I might start to venture outside of my Smith-Waite deck one day, but today is not the day. Yeah, really just beautiful cards. Some are very intricate, like Ten of Swords, hello, hi. And some are more simple, like the Knight of Pentacles. Check, check, check. Ten of Wands, babe. That's tough shit. But yeah, this is definitely one of the decks I really recommend. The cardstock on this is great quality. Will this art resonate with you? Maybe not. But I would say it's a 9.5 for me. Almost a 10 out of 10. Very close to it, because it just feels like a great deck that is honoring the lineage of this art form while expanding upon it. And I think that when we're looking at tarot decks, like new indie tarot decks, that's what I look for personally, is looking for a deck that's adding to the conversation, not just being like, here's the same cards you know in this exact interpretation. Like, no, babes, I want to be pushed. I want to be really given some different dialogue to kind of like learn from. And so this is a great representation of that. I highly recommend. Love the full card in this deck. And of course, as always, let me know down below. Do you have this deck? Have you seen this deck? Are you thinking about purchasing it? If you're thinking about it, just get it. It's a small business, but also like just get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Yeah, and tell me if you do have this, what your experience is with it. It's one of the decks that I've used to talk about different astrological happenings. Of course, you can find those all throughout my playlists, but I'm going to just keep this short and simple. Thank you so much for being here and checking out my thoughts and feelings about this deck. 10 out of 10 recommend. That's it. That's the whole story. That's the whole thoughts about it. It all fits together really well. This is not it's a big deck. It's an oversized deck, but it's still like, this box keeps it safe, keep it locked in. But with that said, thank you so much for being here. If you want to support me or check out where else I do shit, that's down in the links in the comment box, whatever it's called. And until next time, bye-bye.